Welcome to De-Stress with Jess, restoring your relationship with the earth and, in the process, humanity, because it's all connected. I feel that over the years, as humans have become corrupt with power and greed, we've lost touch with what really matters: meaningful connection, loving kindness, sharing and helping each other, appreciating the earth and living in harmony with all of the creatures that live here. So humans, plants, animals, the water, the ecosystems. My passion is finding small ways that we can repair these relationships and break it down into easy things. Now, I mentioned power and greed. Okay, I can't go into that in detail, but it's no secret, right? There's big corporations running everything, and they're making a shit ton of money, and the rest of us are kind of trapped being their little minions, working for pennies. Money. Wow. Money. It's an intense topic. It's a really tough thing. We need it to survive, the majority of us, unless you can live off the land, which many of us don't have the skills to do that. And we're so accustomed to these modern day comforts that we might not even want to let go of that. So what can we do to manage our money? I think this is such a fundamental piece to restoring harmony in our relationships with all other living things, because money gives us options to do the things that align with our personal values. The way we spend our money is really our power, right? So you can choose to spend money at a big corporation and invest in that growth, or you can spend money in a small business and you can pay with cash, because that's even better. But before we can make any decisions about what we might want to do differently with our money, we need visibility into how much we have coming in every month, and where we're currently spending it. Now, a lot of us might be in a situation where there's a small amount between what we spend and what we make, and maybe we're living paycheck to paycheck, or maybe it's really hard to spend money on things that we want to. But if you think you're in a situation where you could make some better decisions and you want to get that visibility into what you're doing so that you can make more powerful and mindful choices, then I've got some really simple things for you to do. The very first thing that I would recommend is, if you're brand new to this, that you take a week, 2 weeks, we'll start there, 1 or 2 weeks, better to do 2 weeks, of just tracking all of your expenses. Just whether you want to get a notebook or you want to open up a spreadsheet on your computer or something, every time you spend money, write it down. Write the amount and how much you spent, whether it's cash, whether it's credit card, whether it's Cash App or Venmo or Bitcoin. If you're spending money, write it down every single time. That will help you see where your money is going. It might also cause you to pause before you spend money, knowing that you're going to have to write it down, and then you'll realize, oh my God, maybe you're spending a lot and you feel exhausted writing all these things down. It's so easy nowadays to swipe a card or send money through an app, and we've maybe lost that connection about what that transaction is really doing. Maybe it's not so mindful, right? So the idea is to pause and to think and write it down, and then you get some visibility. Once you've done that, the next step, if this intrigues you and you want to keep going, is to budget. Budgeting is a topic that I really love. I've been doing it hardcore for 3 years, and then I finally took a break the last 2 months because I thought I didn't need to do it anymore. And I realized that I missed it. I really liked that visibility and the ability to make mindful decisions about what I'm doing with my money and making sure that I'm not spending too much. And it can be really empowering. I was in a place when I started where I was spending more money than I was making. I was basically living out of my savings account. And then when I finally got a better job and I had more money coming in, I could see that start to replenish. And then I realized how good it felt to make decisions about my spending and how I'm investing in things that are important to me, where I'm not so much buying things, but I'm investing in more services that add value to my life, or I'm supporting businesses in my community that I really believe in. So in order to budget, I have a system that I use. I actually got this spreadsheet from the Money Life Coach, and if she's still around, her website is themoneylifecoach.com. Her name is Tanya, and I haven't talked to her in a long time, but she put together this free spreadsheet that you could download, and then I made some changes to it to fit my needs. But basically, you track all the money that you have coming in every month, so whether it's paycheck, whether somebody gives you a gift card, or you get cash back on your credit card, someone sends you a check for your birthday, whatever the case, you track all your money coming in, and then you track all of your expenses. And there's places to put things that tend to be the same amount every month, like your rent or your mortgage. You can put in your bills, your phone, electricity, etc. And then things that might vary each month. I personally created buckets or like mini bank accounts where I have a different tab in this spreadsheet for things like the money associated with my car, with my cats, with my home, groceries, fun stuff, travel. And that way, when I have money coming in every month, if there's extra, I can say, okay, well, I want to save some money towards possibly an emergency with my cats, so I'm going to put extra money in there this month, even though I don't need it. I'm kind of building up a little savings account for them. Same thing with travel. And then anytime I spend money in any of those buckets, I deduct it from those categories. So basically, I see how much money I have coming in every month, and then I choose how much I want to allocate to each of those buckets. And then each bucket has their own spreadsheet where there's basically a mini bank account of money coming in and money coming out. Now, maybe that sounds real tedious and you don't want to do that, and there might be other systems that work for you. But I love this. If you want to talk more about it, if you want to see how I'm doing it, happy to show you. You can always go to themoneylifecoach.com and see if she still has her free download, or maybe there's other people out there who have budgeting spreadsheets that you want to try out. But that's my system, and it works really well for me. Yeah, I do have to go on there every day or several days a week because I go to the grocery store all the time. I'm constantly buying stuff. I don't really do one big trip. I do little trips. Like today, I went to one of my favorite local markets and I spent $9.17 on some fruits and veggies. I'll probably do that 2 more times this week. Let that sink in. See what you want to do, what's likely something you'll follow through with. Because if we want to make changes in our community, in our lives, in our household, money is a really powerful way to invest in the systems that we believe in. But before we can do that, we've got to see what our current behaviors and habits are. So if you want to give this a try, let me know. Thank you for watching De-Stress with, what's this called? De-Stress with Jess, restoring harmony in our relationships with all living things. I'll see you next time with some more mindful money stuff. Take care.